When two students fainted at the Wolmer's Boys' School first assembly marking the start of the new school year on September 1, the need for a permanent shield from the sweltering Jamaican heat was never more stark. But the likelihood of those incidents occurring is fast declining, as just a month earlier in August, ground was broken for the construction of a multipurpose auditorium. A previous wooden auditorium was destroyed by fire in 1991. When construction for the new one ends next April, it will represent a new oasis in the life of the English-speaking Caribbean's oldest high school. Old boys say the time has come for a new structure, and they seem determined to give current and future boys a welcomed gift. A member of the project committee and Wolmerian Douglas Orain is happy with all the support for the needed building.
What you see happening here, September 2014, is just a start. We started a month ago in August, and we will complete this auditorium in April of 2015. So, for the first time, we will be having the graduation ceremony for the school in this building. And the good news is not only for the boys' school, it will be available for the girls' school, which also has an additional 1,500 girls, and the prep school, which has 500 youngsters between the ages of 3 and 11. If we look now at the auditorium site, it's much larger than the original wooden building that burned down in 1991, 23 years ago. At that time, there were only about 600 boys at the school. Today, there are 1,500. So this auditorium will cover 11,800 square feet. It's about a quarter acre undercover. It's large enough to be able to have an internal basketball court, a raised stage for theatrical performances, and it will hold 2,300 students standing and 1,800 sitting. In addition to that, there will be 2 large meeting rooms that will each hold about 60 students, because the principal has asked that it be designed in a way that it can be used for learning and teaching, and that will be going on continuously throughout the day. Now, if you look at what is being built right now, it's actually a basement underneath the stage, those concrete blocks. What's the reason for that? In order to have the storage space for the 1,800 chairs that are going to be used in the auditorium. They'll be stacked up and stored underground. There's a big advantage to this, 2 big advantages. The first one is Wolmer's will no longer have to pay money to rent the various places outside of the school premises. But in addition, the facility will be available for others to rent for their own productions, ceremonies, etc. And we did a market survey before we actually embarked on the design in order to know exactly what were the needs of people in Kingston. So that's why we have a stage that's raised, why we have a backstage area. It will have movable wings. We have designed it in a way that it will be easy for people to use. There'll be a facility where one can serve food and drinks. So it's going to be, I see this as a center for actually downtown Kingston, to draw people back to downtown Kingston, because people feel very comfortable here. You may ask about parking. For years, what the principals have done, they have got permission by their cooperation with the KSAC for parking, secured parking in the National Heroes Circle, and also there is MICO by mutual agreement for parking. So it's all waiting to happen.
Principal of Wolmer's Boys, Dr. Walton Small, is excited, as for him, the new auditorium will enhance efforts to develop more rounded boys.
The students, they have that ability. Now students after school will have somewhere they can go to do the practice in the performing arts, our concerts and so on. So it is going to really bring a lot of excitement to the school. One, a lot of the resources that we have has to be diverted to renting facilities, transporting students to facilities to have things like val service, prize giving, any kind of function that we have to be renting facilities and transporting students. So this will now save the school some needed funds to put into other into other activities and other programs within the school, because we will now have this auditorium to carry out these activities. In addition to that, this auditorium will now be used because it will have a state-of-the-art what they call a lighting performing area, where we are going to be renting the facilities. So those people are getting all the business right now. Wolmer will be taking away a lot of that business, and therefore we can also use that money to invest in our programs at the school.
And famed Wolmer's teacher Bandali Sankofa says teachers are very relieved, adding that the organization of the school will greatly improve with the new auditorium.
We have actually had to change the way in which we assemble and meet as a school because of the lack of an auditorium. Many boys and past students will tell you about their hot morning devotions in the middle of the field or up by the sixth form block. So to have an auditorium, for one, it will be cool. It will help us in organizing the class, the boys better, and in keeping them in proper order during devotions. And of course, when we have special occasions or we need to have guest lectures or seminars or things like that, the auditorium can be used.
The students are obviously satisfied. After all, they admit to being told numerous times that they'll soon be out of the sun. Only this time, the blocks are already being laid. And a proud head boy, Akeem Bennett, is singing praises.
The students of Wolmer's Boys School feel extremely elated in regards to the construction of an auditorium. It's something we have been hearing about for many years from first form. Many have snickered, many have sneered, many have jived the idea of an auditorium being built at Wolmer's. However, we are very grateful of this achievement. We are grateful for the help of the Old Boys Association, alumni of the Wolmer's Boys School, friends of the Wolmer's Boys School, and the unity displayed in building this auditorium.
The new structure cost about $170 million, and as of September 1, $127 million had already been raised. Mr. Orain is making a final appeal for past students and friends to come on board and help students out of the sun.
So I'm asking every individual watching, go to the Wolmer's website, www.wolmers.org, and go out to PayPal and donate. Or you can contact us at the school and we'll be happy to take your donation in check or by credit card.